Today I would like to discuss the different weights of yarn. We're going to skip the lace weight yarn, which is this one, because this one has a little different rhyme or reason to it than a normal yarn. So we'll go straight to number one, which is super fine. Super fine, as you can see, has a symbol right here, and that's usually your sock weight yarn. It generally uses, but it's not an absolute truth, a size 2 or size 3 needle. You can possibly use a 1. The next one you go to is your fine, and your fine is your DK weight, baby weight, sport weight. That's usually done on a 5, 6, or 7 needle. Then from there you go to your light worsted, which is usually your red heart yarn. It's generally a light worsted. Some other ones are considered more of a number 4 medium, which is also another worsted, and the Encore is more of a medium worsted. As you can tell, the yarn is a lot thicker. This usually uses 7, 8, or 9. Then you would go into your bulky. Another name is chunky. And as you can see here, this has the number 5, number 5, which is considered the chunky, or in this case, you're saying bulky. And then you can go up to a 6, which is your super bulky, which is definitely a lot thicker. Oh, I forgot to tell you, this is usually 9, 10, 10 and a half. This one is usually 11 or 13. And then we get into jumbo, which is called a really super bulky. That'll take a 13, 15, or possibly a 17. Now I'll go back to the lace weight. Lace weight is, as you can see, extremely fine yarn. They generally use a 4, 5, or 6. The reason for that is they want to leave it with holes in it, which gives that open lacy look. And if you get the one with the fuzzies, they're also called halos. That traps air and causes the shawl to be a lot warmer. If you use the one that's smooth, like this one, it doesn't have the fuzzies, but it gives you really great design definition or pattern definition. That's why they usually do it on a 4, 5, or 6. Now another thing I like to mention is how to read this part of the label. It shows 14 stitches to 4 inches on a size 10 and 21 rolls to 4 inches on a size 10. Now if you don't get 14 stitches with your size 10, say you get 16 stitches with your size 10, that means your needles are too small or you knit tight. You need to go up one size to the 10 and a half and then try it again. If you knit it and it comes out with 12 stitches to 4 inches, that means your needles are not big enough. You want to go up to the next size needle, which is your 11s. So if you get 16, you want to go down to a 9. If you get 12, you want to go up to a 10 and a half. That's usually a good indicator, starting with just one knitting needle size difference to try your swatch with. Now these are not absolute truths. Sometimes a pattern wants this worsted weight to be a really tight knit because it's for a hat for a very cold climate. They may suggest you use a 6 or 7, which is perfectly acceptable. You just use the size that the pattern requests. The next video I like to do would explain how to read the patterns and understand what all these this information stands for, and then we'll even go across this information too.